It's been a while. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Minna. This is a place where I talk about my knitting and other crafts I do. I live in Helsinki, Finland with my 2 cats and I knit a lot. Today is 20th of January 2025. Happy New Year! I last recorded, I think, in July, so a good half year back. Not good podcasting. I don't have excuses. Anyways. But welcome back if you're still there. Good to see you. Yeah, today is sunny and a little bit crispy winter's day. Although Helsinki has been really going through different phases of weather in a short amount of time. First it snows and it's nice, then it melts and it rains, and there's sleet and dirt. Then it maybe freezes, then it's slippery, then it snows again, and the ice is under the snow, so it's still slippery, but even more difficult to spot the slipperiness. Then it melts again and goes on. At the moment, it's sunny and crispy and not that slippery because, I don't know, for some reason, this time almost all the snow melted with the last sleet phase. Yeah, I checked that sunlight is about 7 hours a day. I think sun rises in Helsinki around 9 and it sets around 4, I think. That's amazing. And after, or at the end of February, so a little bit more than 1 month further, it will set on 5:30. So yeah, spring is coming, sun is coming. That's nice. Yeah, that's that about the weather. I'm drinking energy drink because that's what I drink. And I have been knitting a lot during the 6 months I have not been here in YouTube. So yeah, let's talk about knitting. I've also been spinning a lot, and yeah, I've been spinning a lot, and I thought that I have so much stuff to show. I'm going to make this sort of recap in 2 sections, and this first section will be the finished knit, and there will be another video about my spinning and the yarn and things related to that. But yeah, the knitting stuff first. At summer, I was really into knitting summer garments, and in my last video I had my Thea top with black stripes, just about, I mean, almost done, but not quite, but it's done. I really like this piece. The yarn is going to be on the screen. It's bamboo and cotton and something, and it's really drapey and soft and nice. My only complaint, if I had one, would be that since I have 2 cats and they like to bake all the knits I do, this plant fiber does not take well the cat claws, so just a little bit of clawing and there will be a little strands of fiber coming out. Yeah, I let the cats do their cat thing, and I don't like to have pieces of clothing that I have to be careful with. But I only use this in summer, so maybe I'm going to make a little bit of exception. However, yeah, and it's also I mean, it doesn't have to be cat. You can rip your clothing to wherever. So yeah, but that's about the only thing I would change if I could. Otherwise, really nice yarn, really nice piece, like basic thingy, and all wrinkled because I haven't been using this in 4 months or so. Anyway, okay, notes. Thea top by Susanne Müller. I knitted this in size S, and the pattern asks for gauge 20 stitches in 10 centimeters and 26 rows in 10 centimeters. I have 22 stitches per 10 centimeters. So how does that work again? If I'm using the same stitch count and I have more stitches, I should get smaller piece, right? Than what the pattern says. But for size S, I don't know. Also, I'm pretty sure this has grown in a wash, because this is it's just the nature of bamboo. It stretches. So whatever, size S looks more like size medium or medium large even. I don't know. Anyway, really relaxed, nice piece of clothing and nice pattern, paid for pattern. I even wrote down it cost 5.73 euros in Ravelry, so not bad. Probably going to make more of these. Total yarn consumption 220 grams. 40 grams of the black yarn and 180 grams of the beige. In total, about 4.5 or 4.4 skeins or balls of yarn. Yeah. I leave this open because next project is another summer thing that I think I was only planning last time. Now it's done. It is Cumulus tea with some modifications. Cumulus tea is a pattern by the PetiteKnit, Danish designer. All the stuff I talk about will be linked in the description box, so you can find it there. It is also paid for pattern. Don't remember how much it cost, but not much. In my opinion, I'm going to guess like 7 or something euros, and I've knitted many of these because it's a good pattern. So yeah, let's see. I've used 3.25 millimeter needles for the ribbing in the neckline, and in other ribbings I've used 3 millimeter needles. And the pattern asks for gauge 28 stitches Before blocking I've had 24 stitches. And I've knitted size S, and the yarn is Hjertegarn New Arezzo 33% linen, 47% bamboo and 20% cotton, 50 grams and 150 meters per ball. Total yarn consumption 227 grams, about 1.5 balls of the red one and 3 balls of the lilac. The pattern asks, or the original pattern doesn't have ribbings in the neckline, and actually anywhere it has I-cord edging, and I don't know why, but in my knitting that tends to roll up, so I'm not going to do that. So I've made a little ribbings. And also this piece is probably going to stretch some more. So yeah, it's quite fitting at the moment, but I am thinking it's going to get more loose in time, so I'm not worried about that. And I remember that I changed something in the neckline. I didn't knit it as deep as the pattern asks you to, because this fits fits better for me, so, and fits for my liking, so yeah, it gives me really 70s kind of vibes with this striping, and maybe the colors also, maybe 80s a little bit too. It is good. Also, now I realized I forgot to tell what I'm wearing. I am wearing Dibiasky sweater, which is from the movie Don't Look Up, and it's free pattern in Ravelry, and some McLean, why I can't remember her name, has written the pattern. No, Claire McLean, yes. And the yarn is Hjertegarn Lana Cotton, 15% merino superwash extra fine merino wool and 50% cotton. It comes in 50 gram balls with 212 meters. The original coloring is really different, and also I changed the pattern a lot because it's written for different gauge of yarn, like for thicker yarn. This is really thin yarn, so I've made the patterning longer, and I think it worked out quite nice. There is some, I mean, I've messed the fitting a little bit. I think this tends to happen. This rises up and the back goes down, and if I do this, I can feel that the whole sleeves should be a little bit more on this direction. So yeah, if I take the shirt further, I feel like the sleeves are staying back or something. Can't really explain the feeling. Anyway, that might happen when you go your own way. However, nice, good piece, and really soft and comfortable to wear. However, I think this particular yarn does not age that well. The shirt is, or the sweater is less than a year old. This I finished, I think, in April of the last year, and I haven't used it that much. I mean, I've used this somewhat, but not like a lot, and still it's peeling and starts to just in general look like it would be worn a lot. So yeah, not really happy with that. I mean, yes, maybe if you would wear your clothes differently and be more careful and whatnot, maybe it would stay in a better shape. But I rather prefer durable yarns and materials that can be used and not stressed that they are going to get, yeah. Anyways, still wearing it because it's good shirt. And I really like the color choices I made, and I really like the patterning. The original piece is just so pretty, and yeah, and I am making another one of these with different colors, but I am going to show it a little bit later with the, I mean, I'm going to go through first the finished objects, and then I'm going to show the stuff in the making. Okay, one more summer garment is also a Thea top. I also wanted to use leftover yarns and scraps, and I had nice little collection, and I still have nice little collection of just, I mean, little bits of different cotton and plant fibers, and this is only like some of it. This is also Thea top. The original Thea top is, there's no striping, it's one colored piece. So I've changed that, and there is sparkly yarn every maybe 6th row or so, and that is something like synthetic fiber. There's probably 0% of natural fibers in this sparkly thing. And I have to say, the other yarns are, yeah, there's no synthetic fibers. They are all cotton or bamboo or some blend, maybe linen in some of it. And only this one single row every now and again is synthetic fiber, and it's a little bit rough. And you can feel it when you wear this. Even if in general the piece is soft and nice, you can still feel the roughness of this yarn. It's not like it's like problem or anything, but just wanted to mention that it doesn't have to be much that you can feel it. It's really pink to just maybe a summer garment, or I guess it's summer garment all in all. Also, I'm hoping that this could maybe stretch a little in use, but I've used this maybe once. I think pink is not exactly my color. And then I'm having second thoughts about saying that, like, I think I rather wear another colors. But then again, I really like this. I just don't often feel wearing these colors. I mean, it's nice. It's cheerful. I don't know. In a good summer's day with leather shorts or something. I mean, why not? Waiting for those days to come. Yeah, and I got rid of good little amount of cotton yarn. Okay, I'm just going to show. I don't know if you followed my channel for some time. I made this huge sweater for my brother like 2 or 3 years back, and I made it too big at first, so I had to, I mean, I fixed this like 2 times already, and now it's back here for me to fix it one last time. I think I'm not going to go into detail about what I've been doing with this shirt or a sweater so far, but it's really like nice sweater, even though I messed up a lot making this. But it's knitted with Eastex Lettlopi. Some of the yarn is something I dyed. I've pretty much winged the whole pattern. That's probably the reason why there was issues later. But since it's all the way color work, and since it's Lettlopi, and it's just, I mean, cats can like fight with Lettlopi sweater and nothing happens to it. I really like the quality of this yarn, and it's so warm and nice. It's a little bit on the more rough side, but it gets softer in use and in years, and it doesn't really, I mean, yeah, probably at some point also this yarn will peel, but this sweater has been in my brother's use like, I don't know, 3 years. Of course, this is used only in winter time. And here in the sleeves, you can see there's 2 or 3 like little peeling nuggets, or what you call them. That's that. So such nice yarn, such nice and beautiful knit. Too bad I didn't plan it more carefully. There is actually a video of me making this sweater in the first place. And anyway, now I should... Anyway, there's something I need to do for this. I just wanted to show that, yeah, this nice beautiful piece is on my fix pile. And I try to fix it before the winter ends so that my dear brother can wear it again. I've mentioned that I've really been into spinning lately. I bought the spinning wheel, I think 2 years back, or is it already 3 years back? And it's a rabbit hole, because after that, last year I also bought a drum carder, which is a thingy with what you can mix fiber for spinning, and you can basically make your own like blends, different fibers, different colors. You can basically make a wool, is it wool top? I'm always mixing these words in my head. Let's call it wool top, like long woolly thingy that you can spin. you can make rainbow, that it starts with one color and then gradually changes, and then you have gradually changing yarn. And anyway, lovely machine, pricey though, but yeah, I'm a baby wool ever since. And between the last video and this video, I found myself a boyfriend, and I wanted him to mix some wool with me. So we mixed some wool and I made sweater for myself with that. Or then I spun it and made a sweater. And we just put in really randomly this and that. And it's surprisingly like lilac or violet, the yarn, I mean. And this other yarn is I think sand colored Corriedale wool. It is also something that I've spun, and this is what I made. It's really lightweight. I should weigh it, but I'm guessing it's like 250 grams or something. It's really lightweight. The pattern is totally winged. I did make a like a test knit, not really, like a little piece of knitting to see the gauge, and tried some of these, tried what it would look like to combine these two wools, and yeah, here it is. And there is something like heart, I don't know, heart row there, and those I've been like duplicate stitched later on, because just with the knitting it didn't really show, so I tried to make them a bit more visible. I guess it kind of worked. I don't know what else to say. It took a long time to knit because it's thin yarn. It's really thin yarn. I think it's like fingering weight or something. So yeah, and with this patterning, but I really enjoyed it though. Yeah. That's what I made. Okay, was that all the garments? Yeah, then some accessories. Then I said that that you can create like rainbow or gradually changing wool, and then spin it and get gradually color changing yarn. And this is my first attempt of that, and I just winged a little. I try to add picture because this is curling. This little scarf, this is Corriedale wool, and I wanted it to be like stockinette, so that in my mind I thought I could see the color change, or it would look more beautiful, which I think it does. And I knitted I think, is it moss stitch, like purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, and on the next row where you last row purled, then you knit, purl, knit, purl. So it's not making ribbing, it's making something else. I think it's called moss stitch. But even though I've done that, I think 4 stitches, 4 or 5 stitches, it still curls up like really bad, and it makes your scarf look like this. And sure, you can wear it, and I've been wearing this, but I'm thinking I am going to what's it called, unravel this and knit it again with just back and forth with card stitch, because I could use a small nice little scarf like this, and I like the colors that I made, but this thingy is really not practical. I don't know, I mean, some people say that, yeah, you just need ribbing on the end or something in the end and it won't curl, or just block it and it won't curl. I've done all of that and it curls. Is there something in my knitting or in my yarn or whatever? I don't know. If you have thoughts, I would like to hear, or if you have some secret tricks you could use or do. And I don't know how aggressively I should block it that it would really stay put, but it won't. It won't. However, the actual yarn, or if it wouldn't be curling like this, it would, I mean, be really, really, really pretty and nice. And it is pretty and nice, but not practical. However, this is something I made, and yeah, and this is just, yeah. Well, I'll get back to you with all the spinning stuff. And did I mention I winged the pattern? It's I don't know. Started here and then gradually added stitches, and then at some point started to knit right stitches in the middle, and when at this point start to decrease in same pace. And every now and again I can now see that I've knitted one row, like one purl row. Not sure why, maybe I wanted some detail there. Yeah, but even that doesn't seem to have any effect for the curl thingy. Anyways, that was that. Then I wanted to make a gift for a good friend of mine, so I made this scarf. It is loosely based on my pattern Hobgoblins Love. It is free pattern in Ravelry, and there is a tutorial video in my channel, and I left out the rows with like yarn overs that makes little holes or little lace thingy. And the yarns I've used are this darker blue in the middle. This is Zauberball. I think it's Starke 6, some colorway. And then I've striped it with other yarn for the wings, and this with what it is striped, it is, I think, Zauberball Crazy, and I want to say the colorway is Dragon Eye, but no, or camouflage. Actually, probably it's camouflage. But it will be on the screen and it will be on the description box as well. But I thought, or I think this turned out really nicely. Even though I washed it and blocked it, and well, not really washed, or I wasn't not intend to wash this, but when I put it in the just water bath, there was so much blue color in the water, and I tried to rinse it out and it didn't work, so I decided to put some soap in to get all out. And I did this by hand, like hand wash, and I think in that process this scarf became like, I wanna say like 30 centimeters longer than what it was originally. So I think for my liking it's a little bit longer than what would be maybe convenient. I don't know. I mean, no, maybe not. Maybe not. It's still pretty and everything, and yeah, it was a little bit disappointing that so much color came out. That's frustrating. I mean, I understand that some color can come out. It's fine. But if after like 7 rinses and with the soap there's still color in the water, that's not how it's supposed to be. However, whoever, it's going to be a gift for a friend. I hope she likes it. And yeah, this also reminds me this coloring of the Northern Lights. Okay, just really quickly, I sometimes go outside with coffee in a thermo mug or thermo thingy, and I sit somewhere in the winter also, and I need something under my butt so that I won't froze. So, and I've had self-made, whatever this is called, something under your butt thingy, but they have not been that good, so I chose leftover yarns, something I don't really care for. I think most of this is Novita 7 veljestä sock yarn, which divides people. It's a Finnish brand. Some people really like it and some people just don't like it. But it's such a, like, I don't know. It's a, I don't really want to say what I think about it. I don't want, because I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but I don't have a big passion to knit with actually any Novita yarns, so I had some leftovers, so it was easy to put that there because I know it's durable. It's not super wash treated, but it's treated somehow and it won't felt. And this is 75% wool and 25% I think polyamide. So I think, and I've knitted 2 yarns together, just garter stitch. So, and I'm going to sew some water repellent fabric on the other side, so that it doesn't matter if I put this on wet bench or tree trunk or whatever. Anyways, something I've been knitting. And look at this. I tried something here. I thought maybe it would be even thicker if I lift every other stitch or something, but because I've been striping it and I have 2 strands, so in total 4 balls of yarn, and I thought that it's too much. I don't have time for that. So then I just went back to knitting back and forth, and because of lifting stitches, because you're not knitting everything, you're knitting basically half of the stitches on every other round. So it looks like Minna from the 4th grade made this. I was also too lazy to take it back, so I am going to block it and call it a day. I think I couldn't care less. Anyways, good thingies, and I'm definitely going to use them. Okay, I have 2 works in progress, and then we are going to wrap this up. This is, I am knitting socks with just basic socks with yarn that I've spun myself and that I've mixed the wool with my mixing tools, and it's really brown. I think I'm going to show this a little better with my with the other video with all spinning stuff. And I'm knitting the yarn in the both ends. So I've knitted the first sock to this far, and then I've started another one with the other end of the yarn, because I don't know, there's probably too much yarn. I thought I could use all of this, but it's probably not going to happen. But that was the original reason to knit 2 socks at a time, kind of with the same ball. But there is going to be some really nice pink tones coming that really aren't yet in the socks. But yeah, I think this is 2-ply yarn, and I think it's Corriedale silk blend. And yeah, I'm really into this handspun yarn lately. But I'm going to talk about that more later on. These are probably going to be socks for me. And also, I don't think I really need socks. I have plenty. But I want to see how well this, my own handspun silk Corriedale blend 2-ply can take the wear. Is there going to be holes like in after 2 months or something? I'm really interested about that, and also how how fast is it going to start to felt a bit or peel, because it's not that, there's not much twist. If you I'm taking that you have some understanding of yarn, but in general, if there is a high twist in yarn, which means that the different strands are like really twisted together, it makes the yarn more durable, and it doesn't peel that easy because the fibers are so like together. But if the twist is like really loose, then there is room to move, and it can peel, and it can more easy break. And this is, yeah, I wouldn't call this a high twist yarn. I think this is something in the middle, or maybe even a bit on the like loose twist. I'm not sure if that's the correct word for that, but anyway, and it's really thick and thin because it's something I did, and I'm not very I'm not perfectionist with my spinning, by no means, but I mean, yeah, that's a lovely craft. Yeah, socks coming up at some point. And one last project, which is the another Dibiasky, and I think I'm going to put it on because I'm just separated for the sleeves, and yeah, and I have a little fear that am I making this too big? But if it's going to be too big, I think these colors would go. I mean, this could be something maybe my brother could wear, maybe my boyfriend could wear. I don't know, but for now it is meant for me. Just a second. Okay, there we go. I think the yarn choices are so good. The yarn is Lana Cotton 212, 50% wool, 50% cotton, and the brand is Hjertegarn. These are my colors, and there is some cat hair also, as always. And yeah, I think, and I've took the original pattern by, or which is written by McLean, but I've made the patterning longer and changed how the stitches are added, increases are made, and I am little worried that for me, is there too much fabric, especially here? But I think when it's going to be blocked, it will smooth out. And if it's not for me, it's for someone with a little bit more shoulders, I think it would fit nicely. And I am keeping in mind that someone else than me might wear this someday, so I try to make kind of big sleeves or armholes. So we shall see. And at the moment I am making a row that requires to have three color work done, and that's, I don't have good techniques for that, so it's so slow work. This pattern does not have a lot of knitting with 3 colors, even though there is 3 colors, but there is few rows, I think maybe 5 rows with 3 colors, and there's another set of 5 rows with 3 colors, but otherwise it's just 2, which at least for me is easier to knit. I don't have any tools for keeping the yarns nicely when you knit. I'm thinking maybe I should that could be something to invest for, just nice little thingy, because I know there is a little kind of like rings and stuff, so yeah. Anyways, I really like these colors and this pattern. I've been saying it a lot, but what can I say? That's what I think. And yeah, in general this is really slow knit because the yarn is thin and it's half cotton, half superwash extra fine merino wool, so it's soft and lovely, but it's also really kind of slick. So, and I'm making this, I think, with 3.25 millimeter reels, so there's there's some stitches to make and knit again and again, because I think this was made a bit bigger needles and it ended up stretching somewhat. I'm going to check. So I think I tried to change something. Yeah, this white one has knitted with 3.75 millimeter needles. So I've gone down a half a needle size. Let's hope it helps. And also with this one, I was a little bit lazy with weaving in the ends. I weave them in just like I do with woolen stuff, just like, yeah, weaving them. But because the yarn is so slick, it just in a time unravels itself, unlike wool usually. So when this is done, I am going to make little knots. I know that is not recommended, and then with actual darning needle I'm going to like sew the ends in, like to the fabric, not to weave them but stick the yarn ends through the other yarns. I found that to be better, or it takes a lot longer for them to unravel themselves. There. Oh god. Sorry. Yeah. It's been a while since I last recorded, so I feel a little bit rusty. But yeah, I think that's that. I hope to see you soon. I know I've been saying this a lot, but I want this new year to be better for my channel and other ways as well. Yeah, but maybe let's talk about that some other time. Yeah, I'm going to talk about my spinning hopefully soon. So yeah, thanks for being there. I'll see you soon. Bye.